It's 3 p.m. and it's time for the Daily Community Briefing. Direct and official information regarding the coronavirus effect on you locally. It's 3 p.m. and it's time for the Daily Community Briefing. Direct and official information regarding the coronavirus effect on you locally. Let's now go live to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios.
And a very pleasant Wednesday. Welcome into our news briefing today here on 100.7 The Coyote and on our colleagues' networks on the internet there and social structure at WBONTV.com. Big breaking news day today. News and breaking news this afternoon of an active COVID-19 case now at a nursing home facility in Richmond. We'll have that. Also, some bandits at the Love truck stop at Boonesboro land in trouble. Courts are going to resume the 1st of June, and we have all the new procedures to tell you about. And Judge Gene Logue will be along with us to explain. Madison Southern will be looking for a new principal as current principal Brandon Watkins takes a position in Montgomery County. We'll recap the governor's press briefing. He had some things to say about his image being hung in effigy that we'll share with you, as well as new stats for our listening area. Hey, good news from the sports world. A 5-day limited summer race schedule has been approved by the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission at Keeneland, but you can't dress up and go watch, so don't get too excited. Senator McConnell also makes a public appearance. We'll tell you what that was about. Breaking news of an active COVID-19 case at a Richmond nursing home. We have been following this report for you today and awaiting official word from the facility, but it is a resident that reportedly goes to outside treatment. They have had a pre-op test and they were asymptomatic. They are now isolated in a particular wing of the facility there. Also, they are in contact and have made the appropriate notifications to the health department. They are in communication with the health department, and according to health department officials, are responding to the situation with protective measures. And we are awaiting official word from the center so that we can pass that along, but it's an active news story. WBON TV says they are following this afternoon, and we'll have more up at WBONTV.com later today. This past Sunday, 3 suspects were arrested in connection to a second-degree robbery of the Love's truck stop, according to the citations of the individuals involved. The employees at Love's cooperated with officials and presented a recording that they filmed while the crime was taking place. Police say that 40-year-old William Taylor, 40-year-old Anthony Gardner were both seen by Lowe's staff concealing merchandise on their persons. And following the theft, according to officials, the Love's employees began following the suspects while filming them in the store. From here, it's stated that William Taylor threatened an employee while he and his accomplice, Anthony Gardner, exited the store without paying for any of the items. Taylor and Gardner entered to a vehicle, an older model silver Dodge Dually, that had the name of a business on it and was pulling a utility trailer. The vehicle fled the scene and headed out East Boonesboro Road. After police report contacting the business owner of the business on the truck was soon located in the area of Brooks Road, where the suspects were working on a fence there. Jeffrey Clark was also on scene and was reported to be the driver that fled the scene with the suspects. Both Taylor and Gardner were seen wearing the same clothes from the film and footage. Police also report locating the stolen merchandise on the scene and in the hands of the suspects. Upon verbal consents to search the vehicle, they found a DeWalt case containing a fully loaded syringe with a narcotic inside and various used needles. All 3 suspects arrested and lodged in the Madison County Detention Center, and the company vehicle was returned to the owner, and the merchandise was returned to Love's at Boonesboro there. As we mentioned, the court system is making plans to start back to some normalcy following a huge backlog of cases during the pandemic months. And Judge Gene Logue, Chief Circuit Court Judge for Madison and Clark County, spoke to WBON TV staff and explained that although the courts will start doing some Zoom hearings as well as in person on June 1st, these are unprecedented times and there are quite a bit of changes. She also explains what you can expect with jury duty, which will not be occurring until August. And Judge Logue also adds that the jail population has been cut about in half since the pandemic by implementing new procedures, although people are still being booked into the jail, especially on bond violations. With more on that, WBON TV News Director Marissa Hempel.
People are wondering when things in the court system are kind of going to get back to normal, and it's looking like we're kind of getting to that point. Do you want to update us from the circuit court points perspective?
So our Supreme Court has issued a new order where the court system is going to resume some limited in-person services beginning June 1st. We stopped all in-person services around the 1st of April, and we focused on handling remotely cases that involved in-custody defendants and emergency matters. And so now the Supreme Court has relaxed that somewhat. They're going to let us have all cases remotely and limited cases in person. So we are working on getting our civil docket. I will start that next week by video conferencing completely. It'll be very different than what we're used to because we usually have in-person services. But right now we're trying to accomplish keeping the in-person services limited.
Judge Logue says they will be using health and safety guidelines for cases they deem appropriate to be in court. However, most will be done remotely for those in custody.
There is a backlog. Madison County is a very busy county, both with our criminal docket and our civil docket. Circuit Court hears all felony cases, so that's if the punishment results in a person going to prison. And then we hear all civil cases over $5,000. I feel like the civil cases, we will be able to catch up pretty quickly. Most people in circuit court have lawyers. And even if they don't, we are going to make appropriate accommodations because the court should be open to every. But the criminal, it is going to take us a while to get back on track. Our normal criminal docket would have 150 to 200 felony cases. And we invite everybody in. You can bring a family member, any support you want. It's open court. So now suddenly that process can no longer work. We're going to have to limit the cases, just take a certain number per hour. We can only let a defendant, lawyer, witness, or necessary party in. And we have very strict compliance at the door. It's important for the public to understand before they come to the courthouse.
There might be a misconception that, because court's kind of been backlogged, that all these criminals are kind of out on the loose, right?
We did have a mandate, both from the governor and the Supreme Court, to lower the population of our local jails. And so our Commonwealth attorney, along with the defense attorneys, worked together. The judges worked on plans that would be safe. And so we have really reduced the population of the jail, increased the population of home incarceration, and increased our monitored conditional release program. So anybody that is out of jail, they are on terms under a bond. It's not been perfect. We have had home incarceration violations. We've had other violations. And a lot of times those people then will be held in jail without a bond. But we have had great success. So we're monitoring everyone. And we recognize there are cases we have to get to. And there are cases that just have to be in person. But we also recognize there may be victims involved. We do not want them to be left out. So this is a unique process that we've been working on, how to be safe, how to have remote hearings. When you come to the courthouse, we are under strict requirements now, again, by the Supreme Court. Everyone in the courthouse, all the Court of Justice employees have to wear a mask. A citizen comes in. They will have to answer a couple of questions. Do you have a fever? Have you been exposed to COVID-19? Have you tested positive for it? And then if they don't have their own mask, we'll have a mask for them. But court is a bit different than other areas of the public. If you go to the grocery, that's your decision. You can assess the risk and decide, well, should I go today or should I not? Court is mandatory. And so we feel that we need to take every step possible to make it safe for everybody that comes in. The day of bringing your big purse is gone for a little while. And we can only have a certain number of people in the courtroom. We have to have at least 6 feet social distancing, and all the judges have to wear masks. And in order for the judge to take off a mask to speak, they have to have a 10-foot radius. So we've had to reconfigure our courtrooms.
In your many years, I'm guessing it's safe to say this is definitely unprecedented, correct?
Oh, I've practiced law for 30 years, and the court prides itself on being open to the public. All our judges in this jurisdiction work hard to keep their cases moving. There's been nothing happen even remotely close to this experience. We very much pride ourselves on being an open court system. You know, it's the people's court. And so one of the mandates are we have to make access to the public still available. And in Madison County Circuit Court, we are really fortunate showing our trials on television since the early 1980s. We were the first court in the United States, probably the world, to use video recording as the court record. And we started showing trials live on television. We have the access to do that through the cable channel, and we'll continue to show even more things that way.
There's also going to be some changes regarding jury trials and people that have jury duty. Do you care to elaborate on that?
The jury trials have been postponed by the Supreme Court until August 1st. That is a real struggle that we face because when we bring in a jury to pick for a case, we start out with anywhere from 70 to 100 people. We consider the jury the backbone of democracy. Every person, both civil and criminal, has the right to a trial by jury. So we have a lot of work to do to figure out how logistically we can keep people socially distanced and meet the needs of a trial. We have not completely figured that out yet, but working towards that for August 1st. The lawyers haven't really been able to even meet with their clients to prepare, to investigate. So August 1st may even be a stretch for us, but we're working towards that so we can be prepared when everybody is ready.
For more updates with the court system, stay tuned right here to Wallingford Broadcasting. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Very informative. Thank you, Marissa. We have a lot to get to. Senator McConnell was spotted out in the open in the state yesterday. We have the details. We're going to have some racing coming back to Lexington. We've got the details on that. Also, new principal in the works for Madison Southern. We'll still recap the governor. We have a new WBON TV poll we want to tell you about and much more. So please return here with us on your afternoon news and information briefing. We'll be back right after these.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
During this time, it is especially important to shop local and support small business. Gillum Sports Lounge is still open, and they are still serving the same great food that you are used to. Burgers, salads, pizza, appetizers, and more. Order pickup or have your food delivered, and you can place your order online at GillumSportsLounge.com. Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall says thank you to the people of Richmond for continuing to support your local restaurants during this time.
Opening weekend at Chenault Vineyard has been postponed as a precaution. Chenault Vineyard can't wait to see all of their smiling patrons back once they reopen and look forward to serving you locally grown wine. Chenault Vineyard has several types of wine available, including Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, bourbon barrel aged red wine, and their sweetest and most popular wine is Sam's Fix-It Juice. For more information about Chenault Vineyard, visit ChenaultVineyard.com or like them on Facebook to see updates about all the events coming up at Chenault Vineyard.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority. So stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
It's been a busy year.
So what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summers on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's branch offices or visit cvnb.com and find the right personal vehicle or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, local banking with big-time advantages. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
American Pool and Spa wants you to swim and relax, and they're taking the proper precautions to keep their customers and employees safe. For pool supplies, visit AmericanPoolandSpaKY.com and click on the Drop Click tab to shop online for curbside service or free local delivery within 15 miles. If you're interested in pool installation, American Pool and Spa in Richmond can set up a Zoom call for a virtual consultation. Stay safe and enjoy your time at home with help from American Pool and Spa in Richmond. Four Paws Unleashed brings a new state-of-the-art approach to pet care. Their suites are designed to feel like an elite hotel room, complete with Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses and TVs. Four Paws also has grooming services available as well. Visit their website, fourpawsunleashed.com, to find out more. Community Trust Bank is local people making local decisions. Stop in today and let them help you with loan products for the individual or small business.
Stop by and see me, Jennifer Ward, today at 128 West Main Street in Richmond.
Community Trust Bank, a banking tradition in Madison County since 1903.
We're back on your local news and information briefing. A very good Wednesday hump day afternoon. Our newscast is brought to you by the good folks at American Pool and Spa. Now, as it gets hotter and muggier, you're going to want to get in that water. Remember them at American Pool and Spa for all your pool and pool needs. They're on Merchant Drive. Bishop Small Engine Repair, your Cub Cadet dealer and the best service for all your weed eaters and mowers, North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Mr. Reuter Plumbing of Central Kentucky. They are terrific for your plumbing jobs. 626-8733. And for heating and air, call our guy, Steve King at Modern Heating and Air, 985-5352. Well, the Keeneland Summer Meet is going to happen this July, a little modified schedule, but the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission Race Dates Committee did approve a request to have a 5-day meet from Wednesday, July 8th through Sunday, July 12th. As we mentioned earlier, fans will not be allowed at the event. More details about the summer meet is going to be released in the weeks to come. Keeneland plans to host 9 to 10 races on the cards each day of the meet and feature 10 graded stakes traditionally run during the track's spring meet, anchored by the $600,000 Toyota Bluegrass Grade 2 and the $400,000 Central Bank Ashland Grade 1 preps for the Kentucky Derby Grade 1 and Kentucky Oaks Grade 1, respectively. During his first public visit to Kentucky since March, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell made stops in Lexington and Louisville, praising the state's frontline medical workers. At a news conference outside the UK hospital, he praised those working directly with COVID-19 and touted his rescue package, the CARES Act. McConnell says the key to improving the economy after this pandemic is finding a vaccine. There are 3 essential things to get back to normalcy: testing, treatment, and a vaccine, he continued. He said the new legislation could be passed soon to provide liability protection for small businesses and healthcare workers. What will be in it for sure, if there's another bill, that's liability protection so that the healthcare workers, small businesses, the universities reopening in the fall can be assured there won't be a second epidemic of litigation, McConnell stated. When asked when the country will eventually dig out from the financial impact of the virus, he said, "I can't answer that question. No one can. We're still praying for a speedy recovery. Remember what the economy looked like in February," he said. "It now looks like the Depression. I don't know the answer to that question." Brandon Watkins has been principal at Madison Southern for the last 5.5 years, and over the weekend, an email went out to faculty and other staff at the school letting them know he had accepted a position with the Montgomery County School System to be their district's director of curriculum. We spoke to Brandon this morning about his time not only as principal at Southern, but also his time in the school system before that. With more on that story, WBON TV's Michael Watkins, no relation, and the principal explains what he's going to be doing.
It is the Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment over there in Montgomery County. It's a job there. It's a central office, and I will kind of be, heading up all things, with instruction and assessment there, and working, right under the Chief Academic Officer and helping to support her and the superintendent.
You've been in Madison County School System you said, since 2005. Talk about your time here before you became principal.
Yeah, so I started out teaching here at Madison Southern, coached baseball, coached golf, did whatever was needed. Then went to, I had the great privilege to help open Fairstown Middle School. When we opened that, I was hired as the assistant principal and also did athletic director duties. And, that was such a great experience to be able to open, a middle school and kind of, be involved with building it from the ground up. And then I came back here after 2.5 years there and was in the associate principal role for a year here at Madison Southern. And then I guess it was December of 2014 I became the head principal here. And it's been awesome. I really have enjoyed it and love the people that I work with and It's an awesome school. We've been really fortunate, to have some success, and our teachers and our students have really worked hard to achieve that. I think if you went back and kind of as far as school accountability goes, and every year we were, in the top 50 of all high schools in the state. Some years a couple of years we were up around 20th, and I think if you average it out over those 5 years, we kind of averaged out to be in the top 15% of high schools in the state of Kentucky.
When I talk to some of these coaches, I deal with a lot of the sports around the area. A lot of the guys over there talk about the administration and how strong, of a foundation they have over there, and you're a big part of that. Talk about your relationship with some of your other staff members, including the sports department.
I feel like, especially here recently, we've had some of the most successful years as far as athletics go. As long as I've been around, and Dave playing for a football state title, was really awesome. We've had success with soccer and girls basketball and boys basketball, and Coach Buttrey, won a district title there a couple years ago, and then we've got Coach Newton in, who's doing a great job, and I've been. I have been close to a lot of my coaches. I've really tried to be, a big supporter for them, and I was a coach myself, so I kind of understand, what they're going through, and I think my job is kind of to try my best to help remove barriers for them and to be supportive. We just wanted to make Madison Southern the best high school that we could be and the best experience for our students that we could. Yeah, it's been an awesome opportunity to be part of this school and this community. I have been here, 15 years. I started out my first job, the first year I did the in-school detention room here, and it's really everybody has been so supportive, and I think the world of them. I had a couple of close contacts reach out to me a little over 2 months ago from Montgomery County when that job was posted. Say, hey, you ought to give this a look. And my sister lives in Montgomery County and her family, and my dad also lives there. So it's really a good opportunity to go be close to my family. Montgomery County has a great school system, and they've been a top-notch district as well. It's been really great to get to meet those folks. But I'm really going to miss my people here. We've all worked really hard, and I'm really excited about the next steps for Madison Southern. I know that whoever steps into my role will certainly be successful. They've got a great staff. They've got a great support system within the community here, and I'm kind of excited too to see them take their next steps. And I know that the Madison Southern will continue to be a great high school.
For WBON TV 9 News, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, and all the best to Principal Watkins in his new endeavors. We'll have more news for you right after these.
Stay up.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
During this time, it is especially important to shop local and support small business. Gillum Sports Lounge is still open, and they are still serving the same great food that you are used to. Burgers, salads, pizza, appetizers, and more. Order pickup or have your food delivered, and you can place your order online at GillamSportsLounge.com. Gillum Sports Lounge in the Richmond Mall says thank you to the people of Richmond for continuing to support your local restaurants during this time.
Opening weekend at Chenault Vineyard has been postponed as a precaution. Chenault Vineyard can't wait to see all of their smiling patrons back once they reopen and look forward to serving you locally grown wine. Chenault Vineyard has several types of wine available, including Blanc, Chardonnay, Riesling, bourbon barrel aged red wine, and their sweetest and most popular wine is Sam's Fix-It Juice. For more information about Chenault Vineyard, visit ChenaultVineyard.com or like them on Facebook to see updates about all the events coming up at Chenault Vineyard.
The Estill Clinic and Irvin Healthcare Pharmacies are focused on providing the best care possible for the people of Estill County. Our care for our patients and our community is what sets us apart. With society's fast pace, we want to make sure you leave with the information you need about your medications. With the knowledge and experience of John, Ryan, and Janet, you are guaranteed excellent service, whether you're in the store or pulling through the drive-thru. Taking care of the people of Estill County is our #1 priority. So stop in or give us a call to become a part of our community.
It's been a busy year.
So what's on your to-do list?
Serious house hunting, home improvement projects, or maybe a new car or a boat for summers on the lake. For more than a century, your neighbors at Cumberland Valley National Bank have been helping turn plans into reality. Stop by any of CVNB's branch offices or visit cvnb.com and find the right personal vehicle or home loan that fits your budget and meets your needs. CVNB, local banking with big-time advantages. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
American Pool & Spa wants you to swim and relax, and they're taking the proper precautions to keep their customers and employees safe. For pool supplies, visit AmericanPoolAndSpaKY.com and click on the Drop Click tab to shop online for curbside service or free local delivery within 15 miles. If you're interested in pool installation, American Pool & Spa in Richmond can set up a Zoom call for a virtual consultation. Stay safe and enjoy your time at home with help from American Pool & Spa in Richmond. Four Paws Unleashed brings a new state-of-the-art approach to pet care. Their suites are designed to feel like an elite hotel room, complete with Simmons Beauty Rest mattresses and TVs. Four Paws also has grooming services available as well. Visit their website, fourpawsunleashed.com, to find out more.
Community Trust Bank is local people making local decisions. Stop in today and let them help you with loan products for the individual or small business.
Stop by and see me, Jennifer Ward, today at 128 West Main Street in Richmond.
Community Trust Bank, a banking tradition in Madison County since 1903.
Today, Kelly Wallingford reporting, 3 days of no Andy. Are you suffering a little withdrawal? Well, let's get caught up on what all the governor had to catch us up on after the long 3-day holiday from yesterday. With that report, WBON TV's Jamie Boggs.
Numbers of new cases of COVID-19 were down over the long weekend, as reported by Governor Andy Beshear in Tuesday's coronavirus briefing.
And over the last 3 days, we have had 387 new cases of the coronavirus, but let me break that down. On the 24th, 141 new cases. On the 25th, 122 new cases. And on the 26th, 117 new cases. Takes our total case number to 8,951, but today we are reporting 3 new deaths to COVID-19. It brings our total number to 394.
As anticipated, Governor Beshear also spoke about the protests that happened at the governor's mansion over the weekend, including a hanging of Beshear in effigy.
So let's start by calling it what it was and what it is. Actions aimed at creating fear and terror. Crossing over barriers, standing on the other side of the glass from where I raised my kids, and hanging me in an effigy. That's an action intended to use fear to get their way. Let's also not ignore that the hanging was intended to send a message to others, one of intolerance and one of hate. I could never understand the depths of pain that this symbol causes to many of my fellow Kentuckians, but I can condemn it outright as wrong, as vile, and as evil. So where does that leave us? I will not be afraid. I will not be bullied. And I will not back down, not to them and not to anybody else.
Beshear also made sure to call out state representatives and senators that had previously attended similar protests and encouraged those that took the protests to another level this weekend. He stated, "You cannot fan the flames and then condemn the fire." This is Jamie Boggs, WBON TV 9 News.
Appreciate it, Jamie. No new cases. That was in the Cumberland Valley District for Jackson, Clay, and Rockcastle. We do have 2 new cases in Madison from yesterday. 45 total now. Madison just 6 cases away from going to the dark shaded brown on the map. That's the hardest hit counties. And then there were 3. We're talking about the number of counties left in the entire state with no documented cases. Elliott fell out of favor this week, and Robertson, Estill, and Lee are the 3 that still have no cases. And also a big move in Boyle County yesterday with 4 new cases. We'll keep an eye on that. And quickly, as the governor, more news on him, he set forth guidelines for youth sports recently that allowed things to resume with many guidelines and limitations. And that's the topic of the new WBON TV poll that's up for you on that Facebook page at WBON. And that is, are you going to take your child out of the county and other communities to play based on that, yes or no? And we'll have those results for you this Friday. That's our time for today. As always, thank you so much. Please leave your feedback for us and send your questions, information at any time, and we'll be glad to address your concerns as always. Until tomorrow at 3, you stay safe and God bless.
All aboard on the Gateway Cycle.